Hey y'all, this is Michelle from the Scattered Scrapper. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be working on day 1 in my October daily. And here you can see that I'm starting with Hello Autumn from Cartabella. And I'm pointing out some of the things that I want to use. But I have to tell you, I really struggled with this. I wanted to use this Home Sweet Home 3x4 card, so I'll cut that out. Spoiler alert, it does not end up being used in this layout. Once I get this cut out, I'm going to flip the paper over, and I want y'all to just look at how beautiful the paper is on the other side. Oh, look at those rainbow leaves. So pretty. Okay, next I'm going to use this paper called Pumpkins. Oh, look, they're so pretty. I'm going to cut this out the same size as the first page in my October daily. So I'm using the 8 3/8 by 6 3/8 inches. And what I'm going to do after I cut this out is glue it to the black and white skull paper that's underneath my trimmer. And I'm going to do a layout with the picture of my house. And I still haven't figured out the best way to glue this down, so I end up stacking the paper. I'm going to turn it on its side and set it up. There we go. And it works okay. Little crooked there. And then I'm going to take my hole punch, this my old hole punch that I've had for years and years, and put the holes in. And I decided to back my photo with this cream cardstock that I used for the door in the previous layout. And I'm going to trim it really small, clean up a bit, and then try to decide kind of how I want it to be. And that's not working, that's not working. So I do what I normally do, and I do something else. So I cut out this 3x4 card that I'm going to use for my journaling on the pocket page next to this layout of my house. So I'm going to cut that out, and that's where that's going to go. And then I'm thinking, well, I need paper to put in the bottom pocket with this picture of the leaves of the dogwood in front of my house turning. And I really like that red paper with the red in the leaves. So that's going to stay like that. And I like this gingham from the previous layout that I did, so I'm going to use that. In fact, I'm using a lot of scraps from the first layout in this layout. This cream and white stripe, or actually cream and more cream stripe, I used previously as well. So I'm going to trim this scrap piece down to the 3x4 and realize that my photo mat is too big, so I'll have to trim that down so that it can fit. And I'll put that back on top of the card. And I'm trying to think all the while I'm doing this, what am I going to do with my house? How am I going to make the layout for my house? But I'm avoiding it. So I'm trimming my photo here to fit in the 4x6 on the 4x6 card here. And in my attempts to continue to avoid my home picture, I decided to go through the die cuts that came with the Hello Autumn. And these are so pretty. So I'm going through and seeing which ones I might want to use and putting them down on the cards that I think I could use them on. And surprise, surprise, no, most of these do not end up being used. The fall day that's on the bottom of the red card, I do use that. And honestly, I think that's it. Looking through stickers, no, nothing I see. So I decide that the picture of the dogwood leaves, it's not standing out enough. So I go ahead and back it on the cream cardstock. I don't know why I struggled so bad with this, but sometimes that happens. And I'll get so far and have to walk away for a little while. And that's actually what I end up doing with this. I pull out my embellishment box here. I just got that box from the Dollar Tree, and it has little places where you can store a lot of little goodies and stuff. So I'm going to go through these labels that I got from Ellie's Studio. I think they're the Jewel Tone pack. And I'm going to see if any of these would work with my pictures and cards. And most of these don't end up on the layout either. And maybe some felt hearts or not. No. Okay, this is a whole different day. So I had to go away and think about it some more and look at some more of the papers, and finally I decided that I needed just a little bit more behind this photo. So I make a little bit larger mat with this bluish colored floral paper. I fussy cutted some flowers. You can see up there in the upper left corner some of the flowers there that I have fussy cutted. And I cut strips and made banners out of some scraps. And I put the flowers up there. And this blessed banner I actually fussy cut out of a pocket card to kind of use as a title. And I've got everything situated where I want it, so now I'm just going to glue it down. And I don't trust my eyes, so I bring out my T-ruler just to make sure that it's straight. And once I get that situated, then I'll start putting everything else back where I had it. How is everyone's October going? Ours is going really, really well. I'm not as busy as I had hoped to be. I'm not doing as many things as I thought that I might, especially since I decided to do this October daily. And what I've discovered is I'm such a homebody, and I don't really do a whole lot. So I'm kind of struggling to figure out what I'm going to document every day. I already know that I can't work on this project every day because I am a homeschooling mom. So I have a senior and I have a sophomore, and my day is pretty full with making sure they're getting everything that they need to do done. And then they have clubs and after school activities and things of that nature that we have to do. And that takes up time. And my senior is beginning her college search and application process and everything. And I'm finding that our days kind of all meld together. We seem to be doing the same thing every day. But getting back to the layout, here you can see I used that fall day little tag there. And here I'm gluing on a felt pumpkin that I cut with a die cut that I have in just some orange felt. And there's some more of the fussy cut flowers. And the glue, you can see it through the pumpkin right now, but once it dries clear and you won't see it anymore. So these marigolds are absolutely gorgeous. I started those from seed back in the spring, and they have just grown and grown and grown all summer long, and I think that their vivid deep red and orange centers just segue into fall so well. And they're still going pretty strong too. I know once we really get a cold snap, they'll die back, but I am so enjoying them in my front yard right now. And here I'm using some enamel dots. This little squirrel is so adorable sitting there holding his nut. And I decide to only use 2 enamel dots there because I figure the circle that he's sitting in can be the 3rd enamel dot. So I have my little visual triangle there. And then I put a couple of enamel dots on this side just to bring those colors all the way across so everything looks balanced, at least to my eye. And then I'm going to write my journaling. And on my journaling, I just wrote that this year I want to document the change of the season around our home. To record the changing of the light and the leaves as summer slips into fall. I love how the marigold's bold colors shift effortlessly into fall and the peek at what's to come from the dogwood tree. My plan is at the end of October to take another picture of our home and then see how the lighting has changed, how the colors of the trees have changed, and how the flower beds in the front, what's new or not new, because we'll probably have to pull everything out. I had a bunch of sunflowers growing in the front this year, and they're pretty much died off now. Their colors are so pretty. I wish they would last all the way through fall. I should have started a second round. That's all for day 1. Here's the close-ups, and some still shots are coming up. If you enjoyed this and it gives you some inspiration, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.